Hello, fellow heirs. Welcome back to Weekday Wind Down with the Word, where we are reading through the book of Leviticus. And today we will be reading the 10th chapter of Leviticus in the NLT version. This chapter includes the sin of Nahab and Abihu, and also the instructions for priestly conduct. So with that being said, let's start reading. The sin of Nadab and Abihu. Aaron's son Nadab and Abihu put coals of fire in their incense burners and sprinkled incense over them. In this way, they disobeyed the Lord by burning before him the wrong kind of fire, different than he had commanded. So fire blazed forth from the Lord's presence and burned them up, and they died there before the Lord. Then Moses said to Aaron, "This is what the Lord meant when he said, I will display my holiness through those who come near me. I will display my glory before all the people." And Aaron was silent. Then Moses called for Mishael and Elzaphan, Aaron's cousins, the son of Aaron's uncle Uziel. He said to them, "Come forward and carry away the bodies of your relative from in front of the sanctuary to a place outside the camp." So they came forward and picked them up by their garments and carried them out of the camp, just as Moses had commanded. Then Moses said to Aaron and his sons Eleazar and Ithamar, "Do not show grief by leaving your hair uncombed or by tearing your clothes. If you do, you will die, and the Lord's anger will strike the whole community of Israel. However, the rest of the Israelites, your relatives, may mourn because of the Lord's fiery destruction of Nadab and Abihu. But you must not leave the entrance of the tabernacle, or you will die, for you have been anointed with the Lord's anointing oil." So they did as Moses commanded. Instructions for priestly conduct. Then the Lord said to Aaron, "You and your descendants must never drink wine or any other alcoholic drink before going into the tabernacle. If you do, you will die. This is a permanent law for you, and it must be observed from generation to generation. You must distinguish between what is sacred and what is common, between what is ceremonially unclean and what is clean. And you must teach the Israelites all the decrees that the Lord has given them through Moses." Then Moses said to Aaron and his remaining sons, Eleazar and Ithamar, "Take what is left of the grain offering after a portion has been presented as a special gift to the Lord, and eat it beside the altar. Make sure it contains no yeast, for it is most holy. You must eat it in a sacred place, for it has been given to you and your descendants as a portion of the special gift presented to the Lord. These are the commands I have been given. But the breast and thigh that were lifted up as a special offering may be eaten in any place that is ceremonially clean. These parts have been given to you and your descendants as your portion of the peace offerings presented by the people of Israel. You must lift up the thigh and breast as a special offering to the Lord, along with the fat of the special gift. These parts will belong to you and your descendants as your permanent right, just as the Lord had commanded." Moses then asked them what had happened to the goat of the sin offering. When he discovered it had been burned up, he became angry with Eleazar and Ithamar, Aaron's remaining sons. "Why didn't you eat the sin offering in the sacred area?" he demanded. "It is a holy offering. The Lord has given it to you to remove the guilt of the community and to purify the people, making them right with the Lord. Since the animal's blood was not brought into the holy place, you should have eaten the meat in the sacred area as I ordered you." Then Aaron answered Moses, "Today my son presented both their sin offering and their burnt offering to the Lord, and yet this tragedy has happened to me. If I had eaten the people's sin offering on such a tragic day as this, would the Lord have been pleased?" when Moses heard this, he was satisfied. And that concludes the reading of Leviticus 10 in the NLT version. In this particular chapter, I just thought about how, it's just so crucial for us to be obedient to the Lord, and how it just really displeases Him when we are disobedient unto the Lord. To the fact that, if had it not been for Jesus, he was killing people when they disobeyed Him. They would really face some dire consequences when they disobeyed the Lord. And so with that being said, God never changes. So even today, when I am disobedient, it really hurt the Lord's heart. When I'm disobedient, it's very unpleasing to Him. So I just pray that all of us will be as obedient as we can. Even though we have Jesus and we're covered in the blood, we still want to please God, because we know that it's displeasing to Him, when we are out of order or when we're being disobedient. So I pray for all of our disobedient, and I pray that we will be more obedient to the Lord as the days go by, as we continue to study His Word, as we continue to draw closer to Him and He draw closer to us. I pray that we all will be more obedient as the days go by. So with that being said, as usual, I like to see what your comments are, what you thought about this chapter, what the Lord has placed on your heart. Please make sure you put it in the comments below. I'm sure others would like to read it as well. And once again, I thank you for listening to Weekday Wind Down with the Word, and have a blessed life in Jesus Christ. Bye.